hadirin dari Jawa Papua New Guinea, pada masih Selesai Long Empat Long Highland, Long Memakai region, Long Southern region, Long New Guinea Island region. Welcome.
David, you're not intelligible, David. We can't. It's too muffled. So you maybe turn off your camera and see if we can hear you better.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Welcome to Papua New Guinea ONPASSIVE webinar. We are hosting this live. I'm in New York, my home province, coming to you, and this is our ONPASSIVE webinar. We have a very interesting topic this afternoon. It's called PNG webinar, the Internet Setup of ONPASSIVE. So I'd like to welcome everyone. You're joining me around the globe from USA, Australia, New Zealand, India, Philippines, wherever you are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome to Papua New Guinea. And we just want to make you welcome and see at ease and enjoy our webinar today. Thank you. Papua New Guinea, we start here. And I'm going to start long Highland region, tambah long Mamase, long Southern region, New Guinea Island. Yang masih kelas longan, sedang long here, and this line webinar for you. You must we got some question, you must make and passing mouse and sit down. This line webinar for you. So one time you need long travel longan, please up in hand na answering or asking question to you. Thank you. We have our OCET Pro team here, Dr. Kiti, Colin Mana, Vincent Ote, and Oliver Fonte. We welcome you guys. We thank you for giving us your time every time to us and explaining and breaking down the technical part of ONPASSIVE. We are coming to a stage where it is getting very exciting, and we just want to thank you for all the knowledge you are sharing with us, helping us to understand what this internet or technology is all about. Thank you, and we pass it back to you, Lynn.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. You're a bit muffled tonight, and it's not your fault at all, but the internet is rather weak. But thank you very much. I was able to get some of that. At this point, we would like Marty DeGarmo. Let me see if he's here.
I'm here.
Okay. Could you transfer the host to me, and I'll make you co-host?
It's been done a couple minutes ago.
Oh, okay. And then now you can. Thank you, Marty. Then
You're
you
welcome.
can make your quick update.
Okay. Hello, everybody. PNG, my second family. Hello. Glad we could make it. I'm going to give a real quick update. I don't know if I do anything real quick, but I'll try anyway. Here's what's going on. As you know, or may not know, the back office is being refurbished, and they've been working on it for weeks. It's not 100%, but it's probably 90%. As said, it'll be completed by Tuesday. What happened was the gentleman that's in charge of that project, the manager for O-Founder website, his father passed away suddenly, only 62 years old, so he was devastated. And he didn't live in the same city, so he had to fly home. And then on top of that, some of the other people that worked for him wanted to support him, so they went to go see him. So they did what they could. They got it going. There's some things back there that need to be adjusted. The hyperlink doesn't work. Stuff like that, no big deal. Images, and sometimes if you post, it says timeout. They know all that. It's all going to be fixed. It'll be perfect when it's done. But you notice that the site is very fast. It's very important at this stage of ONPASSIVE. Stay plugged in. Things are happening very, very fast. Ashley Parr came on my live the other day, and he said, without a doubt, 5.6 billion people online, and every one of them, some way, directly or indirectly, will be in ONPASSIVE. And I believe that too. In fact, I believe the day will come when you log into on the internet, you're logging into ONPASSIVE. So it'll take time, but that's going to happen. Why? We have value. We're built with heart. The cornerstone of the company is Oblast. Other companies are going to see this. And the competition, which there will be none, is because we built the company totally different than any other company in the world. We were built from the very ground floor, the first brick laid, with people first, value first. You never hear us talk about money, ever. But if you look at all the stuff that Ash is doing, value, high technology, AI, giving people what they want, no shenanigans where you get in and there's hidden cost, or they get you to come in and they try to upsell you on something else, or no quotas on how much you can make. It's unlimited. Everything about ONPASSIVE is unlimited. And we get to be part of that. He said we do all the work, but yet we share the wealth. So he does 99.9% of the work, but he shares the wealth with all of us. It's a blessing like we can't imagine. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. We are not joining one product. We are joining many, many companies on one platform, one single sign-on, and be hooked to many companies. It'll all be under the umbrella of ONPASSIVE, but there'll be many unicorn companies within ONPASSIVE, which equals what? I believe $1 trillion company. And we will be the hunted. People will come to us for advertising. People will come to us for everything. And it will grow and grow and grow. And because we saw something and said, I want to be a founder, that is going to set you free, you and your children and your grandchildren. So stay the course, have the faith. Look, Ash doesn't ask us a lot. He doesn't ask you to do any of the heavy lifting. He said he wants to trust us. He wants us to have trust in him, trust the process, go on the journey, be positive, and we win. Everyone wins. I've been online 18 years, 15 before ONPASSIVE, and built huge teams, and nobody wins. No one wins. 98% of the people that go online lose money. 1% lies. The other 1% is Tony Robbins, and he's working like a mule to keep his name. That's fact. That's not my opinion. That's fact. Now, we're in a company where everybody here will be a professional marketer. Professional. Why? Because you're branding you. When these things come in, you'll have a domain name, and you will be branded, and you will be known as a expert marketer. So keep that in mind, and be ready, though. You got to stay tied in. You want to be plugged in. Things are going to be moving fast, and it's really a fun time. So just hold on tight. Thank you very much.
Thank you for an excellent update, exciting news, and lots happening. We're in for the ride of our lives. All right, at this time, we would like to get started with our presentation. We have from OTech Pros today, Collins Mana. As you know, it's in the wee hours for them. It's would be about 5:28 a.m. in UK. So we thank him for giving up some of his sleep time for the PNG people. Collins is a remarkable and giving human being, and we're fortunate to have him come in. Comes here pretty much every week to just be a giver to help the community, and I really appreciate Colin for his heart. So at this time, we'd like Collins to take the floor.
Thank you, Lynn. Good morning, PNG, and good evening, and whatever the times. So just want to greet all of you here. It's just unfortunate that my brothers, some of the OTech Pro are not able to make it. So yeah, but I'm still here again to give my best. So just want to greet you again. So we are here to talk about the internet shakeup. So just want to greet Madi as well for the wonderful update. Yeah, Madi, I've just said it all, that we have to stay plugged in and stay the course. So it's only by patience we can all win. So the topic today is the internet shakeup, ONPASSIVE, the internet shakeup. Why the internet shakeup? If we can sit behind and listen, we always, Ash always made a statement that we can feel the rumble, the rumble. So ONPASSIVE is here, and it's about to erupt and unleash something that mankind have never ever seen. It will be a system that will change the way business will work. And how would that happen? It's based on the products. It's based on the product we have at hand. So of this product, if we listen to Ash on, I think, Madi's show, Ash talk about everyone will have something, have a reason to be in ONPASSIVE. Looking at the products, there is nothing that, and again, if you look at it, if people are coming for the money or for the product, there is a reason for you to be in ONPASSIVE. It will be the value that ONPASSIVE will provide, the value of the products, because if you provide zero value, I don't think anyone will come, because even we, the founders, though we are founders of ONPASSIVE, I don't think any of us will want to use the products if the products cannot provide values, because we know among us there are business people as well who want to use the products for their own business. And what is the use, or what good it is for you to use something that cannot even achieve what you want to achieve in your business? Nobody will use it. So at the end of the day, all of us will be there for the money, not for the product, not for the value. So instead, take the money of ONPASSIVE and then go and buy products that can do our business. But now we are talking about a company that will provide so much value, so much value, where we within ONPASSIVE will use the products. Imagine 1.4 million founders using ONPASSIVE products. How good would that be? We're talking about much revenue coming, and we will be the one to even create the rumble, So when we look at it, we say ONPASSIVE will provide a platform for creativity and inspiration for the next generation to come. Those who want to be creative will find something we find something within ONPASSIVE to make them creative. We're talking about create. We're talking about did. All of those things. These are all website builders. Those who want to learn technology, how to build their website. We're talking about Academy. Those who want to, do something inspirational. You can even lecture in Academy. We have everything that will change the game. Now, looking at our flagship product, we're talking about OBless, the flagship products of OBless. Lots of companies are out there, sometimes they want to do something charitable. I know I've worked in a lot of companies where at one point we said, okay, we want to help the homeless, food bank and all of those things. How can we contribute so we can bless others? Do we use what? Some of them we use other crowdfunding applications like GoFundMe, but we're talking about OBless, where 100% of the money contributed will go for the cause. This product is something that will change the game, will create something that nobody have ever seen. Which company of the right sense of mind will use any other crowdfunding than OBless? No company will look at OBless and say, no, I don't want to use it. These are the things that will shake up the internet. Because by using OBless, what will happen? They will see other products that are so disruptive, which they will look at and say, you know what, I want to come into it. Talking about old staff is there, old counting there. Most companies that looking at old staff said, oh, we have everything in one place. There are a lot of companies that use 5, 6, 7 human resources software, integrate them in one place to do a single job. But no, we're talking about all staff having everything within that solution: CCTV, fingerprint, as well, facial recognition. Most companies now, because of COVID, they don't really want to touch, all of those touch things with the finger. What will happen? Facial recognition is there coming into place. you know, where you can, the system will scan your face and let you in through the door, through these security doors. You know, most of this product is just a game changer as we see, because COVID is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So now business will start to look at how they can make their employees safe. And to make your employees safe, you look at all staff, because again, the facial recognition, no more fingerprint. You know, CCTV to monitor the whole of your business, making it more secure. You know, from recruitment to payroll, everything is there. You know, that is all blessed. Now looking at OPAL, which is one of my favorite. Last night, I think in OTech Pro, I talk about OPAL, which is just you know, a communication tool. How OPAL will be valuable, especially for people in PNG. You know, we're talking a less developed country like the country I come from, my homeland, Cameroon. OPAL is that communication tool that will drive traffic throughout the continent, throughout the country like PNG, because they are struggling with communication, how they can reach their loved ones from one end, from a village to city and stuff. And we know how mobile data is so expensive. Making one single call to your brother, your sister, your mom is so expensive. Every time you have to buy and buy and buy. But we're talking about OPAL, which is similar to WhatsApp, but more bigger than WhatsApp, more sophisticated than WhatsApp. You know, look at it this way. It will create that internet shake-up, you know, both in Africa, where communication tool is so difficult. You know, some of the country, WhatsApp doesn't even work. And you have this OPAL, these beautiful products coming. You know, what traffic again do you need? Because OPAL is there to drive the traffic across the continent, especially in less developed countries, India, Africa, Papua New Guinea, all of those countries where people are struggling to communicate. This is a game changer, because by using OPAL, what will happen, which is a free product, can be our free product, they will see other reasons, other products within ONPASSIVE ecosystem to use, you know. And what will happen, not only the user will benefit, because I said you can come only for the product and you'll be successful. You know, you can come for the money, you'll be successful. Imagine 500 million or 250 million people in Africa using OPAL. What can we say again? ONET, free product, again, social media application, easy to use, disruptive functionality, you know, everything is just within that. And what will happen? A game changer again throughout. How many people in Africa are using Facebook? You know, Africa is almost 250 million, almost 1 billion people, and let's say 500 million using Facebook. They will all come into ONPASSIVE. They will all come into ONPASSIVE. And what will happen? It will open another stream of revenue looking at ONPASSIVE. So when Mr. Ashbufara said, there is a reason that everybody across the planet will see a reason to come into ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE will take up the whole internet space. Last time somebody said, are we going to buy internet? We said, no, we are not buying internet. But ONPASSIVE will be in front of you, in front of every human being. You know, it will be like a bug in front of you where you have no reason but to jump into it, to take a look and say, what is really this ONPASSIVE? Let me take a close look, and you will have a reason to pick one of the products and start to use. You're talking about Connect. You know, most of the companies, they have conferences. COVID time now, people don't even travel a lot. We're talking about multilingual translation, real-time translation within Connect. Better than Zoom. How many times are we on a particular platform like Zoom, and you have these people coming in, doing certain things, trying to jump into the meeting to disrupt it? It will never happen in Connect, because it is secure. It's a secure site, a safe site, you know, and it has that capability of moving, you know, the image is so sharp. I think most of us have seen that the prototype when I shows certain things like that. We saw it, and we know Connect, lot of conference will come, because what is unlimited. It is unlimited, you know, multi-language, you know, voice to text, you know, you can sit maybe traveling somewhere you don't want to really disturb You know, you shut down the sound and you can read you can read everything the speaker is saying. That's voice to text. O Connect. You will never get that anywhere. Never ever get that anywhere. I've seen a little bit of that in Microsoft Teams, but how do you get that in Microsoft Teams? It's only when you are recording. For instance, if you are recording like now, Maddie is recording, that is where you will see the voice to text. If you are not recording anything, you're not recording the meeting, there is no voice to text in Microsoft Teams. So O Connect will blow everything apart. You know, O Mail, spam free. You know, a lot of people will use O-mail because how many times have you been frustrated looking at, sometimes you look at all your emails, there's a lot of junk mail for you to read within your email inbox, and you're tired of deleting. O-mail is coming to change that game. That's the internet shakeup, where people will do their job effectively and efficiently by using ONPASSIVE product. You know, we can go on and look at all of this product again. There is no product you can put your finger on and say it will not disrupt the internet space. There is no product in ONPASSIVE we can put our finger and say, look at it. Will it disrupt the internet space? No. ODEX as well. It's crazy. I look at ServiceNow, the money ServiceNow is making, and I'll read it for you. $113 billion market cap. ServiceNow alone. We're talking about ODEX coming. Better than ServiceNow. Better than ServiceNow. You know, that's a customer relationship or ticketing software. Who will not come into ONPASSIVE when they look at ODEX? Mr. Ash Mufara told us, he said, whatever it is, people are already using the products in the market. Now, ONPASSIVE is coming to make the products more better, much more better. We've just taken it to another level, more disruptive functionality, single sign-on, as Marty DeGambo said. My company last a couple of weeks, was it last week, Friday, they were talking about single sign-on. One of the directors raised, so how do we productize the whole system and then make it a single sign-on? You know, I laugh, or just like, we're talking single sign-on, ONPASSIVE way ahead to build that, to bring everything, productize it, make it, and give the access to single sign-on will take 5 years for us to get there. It's not a joke, because the technology behind, the integration behind within the products, each product, bring them together, integrate them. That's a big job. It's a big task, a big mountain to climb. Then you enable the single sign-on. It's not a joke. You know, that's why when we said ONPASSIVE is 3 years advanced, people think like, some companies will say, people will say, are you serious? Because to build that technology, it is easy to say it than to do it. You can say, yes, single sign-on, wow, it's great because we've seen it, we're using it. But to build that, to get to that place, it takes sweat and blood, thoughtful process. Legality will come in. What are the reasonable way to approach that where you will not face lawsuit? These are the things a lot of founders don't know. You know, it's not just easy to say, I'll do it and then just take it and put it together. No, it doesn't work like that. So to build single sign-on for a company like mine, it will take us not less than 3 to 5 years to put everything, integrate all the products. Though we have the products, but can you do it? No, because the time when we build our product is not now. So you need to break certain things, adjust it, which will affect. Do you think the customer will wait for you? Why is you adjusting all of that? They'll run away. So it's not easy to do it because we are there for the money, you know, not the value. Yes, we try to provide value, but money comes first because the shareholders want the money. But we're talking about a company where it's built based on humanity and value. Mr. Ash Mufara will prefer to provide value than money because he knows when you give value, money is a done deal. Because we want more for less. Every customer, you and I want more for less. And that is the more Mr. Ash Mufara wants to give to all of us. So I would leave it there and I'll thank you for having me. Thank you, Lynn, and thank you, our big bro, David Bakau. Thanks.
Thank you, Collins. Fabulous. I mean, within just a few minutes, you covered a lot of the major products that have the best features and emphasize the things that we need to be aware of. So at this time, we would like to have somebody interpret. David Bakau, who are you going to select to interpret?
If you have William Solopedo or Moses Gintu, one of them should interpret because my reception is not quite clear.
Could you repeat the names again?
If you have Moses Gintu or William Solopedo, if one of them are there, they can interpret. My reception is not clear.
Okay. Did anybody hear what he said with the two names?
Lynn Arnold is here. He
Okay,
can
thank you.
translate.
All right. We'll make Arnold co-host first of all. Hi, Arnold. Would you go ahead and interpret, please?
Okay, I will try my best. Colin has given us a lot to actually go through and interpret, so I will see if my thoughts can bring out what he said and try and interpret as best as I can. He first started off by saying something about ONPASSIVE, which will shake the internet. So I'll start from there. All PNG. I'm calling Nikam and been story long ONPASSIVE company by shaking up internet. I'm internet shaker ONPASSIVE by we got all the products belong any man or Mary only sign up long internet. All in and up missing many products long ONPASSIVE. Or by sign up or by hitting Mompla ONPASSIVE products. It doesn't matter when one can product stuff. So something already sign up and start a face all and ONPASSIVE products start all by going. So over the month the world by come inside now. Concert long ONPASSIVE. Time we're looking on ONPASSIVE product also was some ONPASSIVE product get value and be more superior and by liking the product. So by making more go kissing one pla or two pla or any ONPASSIVE product only come across the internet. ONPASSIVE product any man can come inside and get one can interest or one can talent, any card, or one can business and we go inside long and still by using one club long or plenty ONPASSIVE product in stable internet. I've been mentioning some good something or ONPASSIVE product by a cat. I'm just going through the summary. Let me talk long or create how all create better than or not or similar products and stuff long line now. I'm talk long academy. I've been talk long all bless and was some of the flagship product law ONPASSIVE where all funds all money contribute long some kind of project we go straight law beneficiaries by in and up long some funds all by single all administrative costs or all money all employees but organization or kind by go straight long all line like in the funds long grabbing the project ONPASSIVE I'm secure company so something too by pulling more money come inside. That security plan no conside one time face of recognition or by looking face the month as all now by opening conside long one account or one product and all by single ONPASSIVE. And been mentioned in one tool, all call him OPAL as one product, so all call him as an OPAL. I'm talking OPAL and one communication tool. I'm one game changer. I'm one product by changing the way communication will go. Now, mipla lopa penting plus I facing plenty your heavy long communications. Also now David Penhard lokam connect from mipla. Product custom opal by helping mipla na all countries long India na Africa. he got similar problem also with and also to talk along Odesk and Colin, if I can come back to you to verify on the value, what you said, $130 billion, which is the value of Odesk?
113 billion.
115 billion.
113.
113, okay. 113, thanks. Okay, I think total was Odesk value belong $113 billion US dollars. Now you look at Odesk was a legally product. Nanti kalau putih masam mail now or not product only big but look at and at big value is 113 billion US dollars and value belong providing more order services or management services from all business. And then also talk about some ONPASSIVE products and 3 years ahead long or plenty or not plus similar companies or products. So one of our products ONPASSIVE making maybe like 3 years ahead. And minimum something only working now 2022. And actually all products and also maybe 2025 things. Yeah. So I mean I'm also but 3 years ahead long all product plan. Those are some of the things that I can still remember, Colin. Unless I have missed something, maybe some other guys on here could come in and chip in and say or add something. Thank you, Lynn. That's the best I could do.
That was great. You did a great job. Thank you so much. All right, now we're going to take it to the gallery and we're going to go to comments and questions now. These are the guidelines that we have for you. First of all, this is a PNG webinar. So we are here to meet the needs of the PNG founders. So we would like to ask you to respect that and allow the PNG people to make comments and ask questions. And we are very appreciative of our international community that is here today. Week after week, we see quite a few of the same people who are here to provide a lot of moral support for our PNG founders. We appreciate you so much for being here. At this time, we would like our PNG people to raise their hands electronically, which indicates that you would like to make a comment, and then we will provide for the interpretation of the question and the answer. Well, David, could you interpret what I said so they know? Or Arnold, better. Arnold, if you don't mind explaining what I just said.
Yeah, no problems. Now I'm people asking more questions. So anyone you got question, please you can raise your hand below you. Now, Lynn by calling you, will come up now. Ask a question. Lynn, when I have this opportunity, can I say something? Can I ask something?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you. This was a post that asking for a put in the back office. It's not related to the theme. It's not related to the theme of this this webinar, but it appears in the back office. And would Marty or someone decipher what message really is?
Yes, certainly. So you're talking about the pop-up when you log in.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Sure. Either Marty or Collins, do you wanna, or even Tony could probably elaborate?
You mean the pop-up?
Yes, the pop-up.
Yes, correct.
When you log in before you get to the one-time passcode, the pop-up, right?
Yes.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, I can explain that because I discussed that with Oliver, I think yesterday, and the pop-up is gone. If you look at it before, it was a successful message, and then they brought in the pop-up, where when you log in, you get the pop-up to tell you, okay, go to your email. But remember, all of these things help for performance. So when the pop-up is not there, it's just about performance, making the system much more robust, because too many pop-ups slow down the system. Every time when you get pop-up, it slows down. And Mr. Ashford will look at it and say, you know what? if it is 2 minutes for you to move on, why should we leave pop-up there? It doesn't make sense. Let's just click and then you have that successful message, you know, the green successful message, one-time password has been sent successfully. That's even much better than pop-up, because too many pop-ups is not really good for the system. Though it was there, it was really cool. But again, to make it more robust, they can decide to take it off and give you that nice screen view, which make the system much more better and faster again, performance-wise. That's the only thing I can think.
No, Colin, you probably didn't get my question. I was asking if someone here could decipher the message he put, because I couldn't comprehend the message. You know, sometimes S comes in and talks in parables, and some of us would not understand.
I know. Yes, I know it. When you log in, when you talk about pay now and play
That's
later,
right. And play later. Yes.
Yes. So what Ash is trying to explain to us is about the way the company is moving. You know, for instance, you need to meet up with all the criteria, you know, settings, regulations you have to meet. So you have to pay, because most company, they will decide to say, you know what, I'm not paying any taxes. I'm not going to this. I'm not doing all of that. I'm just happy to hide underground, make so much money. And then when you launch now, you know, the regulation, world body will come after you. And that's when you will start to pay. They can start to shut down the company because of that. So I said, are you happy for us to play the game? Play means you are not paying anything. You just taking shortcut because you want to launch. Or let us go the real way and pay everything, make sure everything is okay, you know, meet all the regulation everywhere. And then when we go, we are happy, because nobody will come against us and say, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't fulfill this condition, you didn't fulfill this, you didn't do that. So that's what Ash is trying to remind us, that there are a lot of things happening and you must meet up with all the criteria, do everything straight according to everything. So you pay whatever you want to pay. It can be painful, but when you get out, nobody can come after you and say, you didn't do this, you didn't meet that, you didn't do that. So Ash is just trying to remind us, you know, are you happy for us to play? Play means go out without doing anything, get so much money, and then pay now when the consequence comes. Most companies do that. Maybe Madi would want to add something there as well.
Yeah, very good, Collins.
Sure.
That's exactly right. Arnold, what happens is I've been in about 30, probably more than that, but I mean, minimum 30 launches in my lifetime. And within 6 months, all of them are gone. And it was from not paying now. In other words, they didn't get something right. They didn't, either the pay system wasn't right, or they didn't have the right merchants, or mathematically it didn't add up right. So what Ash is saying, let's get everything right now so that you can play later. But because if you don't, you're going to pay later. And what happens when, let's say, money gets messed up in any kind of business? That's catastrophic, because you have to stop, you have to fix it, and it's just a nightmare. So Ash's idea, which is great, and I'm glad he's this way, he wants to make sure everything's perfect when we start. Why? Because we only get one chance at the beginning. You can't redo it. And he wants to make sure everything is great, perfect, running smoothly, and then boom, there we go. And you don't have to worry, like Colin said, 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road, somebody says some kind of law in some country, well, you can't do that here, or you can't. That's what they're doing now. They're cleaning up anything that could be a problem after it starts, money-wise, mathematical, does it work, you know, all that. So it's a big deal, and it's very important.
Thank you, Martin. All clear.
Would you like to interpret? Do you want to interpret, please?
Yes, sure.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, plenty belum login bisa pop-up message time plus I log in, first message that come up, and didn't not really thinking one actual text plus message, but Meaning this message Martin calling talk or some when can something need low working long steady more road long company must go straight and people can work him now whatever it takes slow working payment or how painful it is or maybe sacrifice slow working long straight or something come up straight and now and time low working or something feeling pain blow working something so time business come up we go out long market and people by looking business go good and let's just harm us also time to harm us now and time to play now and payment and people pay now low working something go straight and time and come up good and people harm us. I think I have interpreted well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm.
All right, let's go back to the gallery and see if we have any raised hands. Any comments or questions from PNG folks? This is the time to get your questions answered. Collins is here. Don't be shy. Oh, can you interpret that? Let's give Moses Guntu some interpreting responsibilities. We'll share between Arnold and Moses. Moses, if you don't mind interpreting that we're encouraging people to ask questions and make comments. Please, Moses.
Thank you, Lynn. Sorry, my background is not good enough, so I have to hide behind the cameras. All right, Lynn, you ask him long, you may organize long, you said you got some ask him, something where you know clear long end. All right, you know can do plenty, you know can porret, you know can sem. All right, you must feel free to come out, ask him, put your hand went up, ask him question by you. And this time I'm good opportunity now, some all overseas guest play me to all sabante you me. Plan is something where you may not clear long end. Opportunity now, long you must ask him question by you. So all can clear him you, now you by sawe long and something you will come up. You know, good long you hold him question by stop, now you pull him, fill him porret or you same, now you ask him, now you carry him question by go back, now this is by trouble you. So now I'm a good opportunity now, long you come along and ask him question by you. All right, Lynn, thank you. I was just asking them to feel free to come out and start asking their questions.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. I see. Thank you. We have Lucy Duba. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hi, Lucy. You're unmuted, but we don't hear you yet. I've asked you to unmute. Can you unmute, please? There you go. Try speaking. Moses, can you help me with that in case she needs interpretation? Maybe that will help, Moses.
Okay, Lucy, enough you, I think only unmute me, please. Now you go ahead and you asking question, play you. Lucy, you are Rima.
Yeah.
Enough you go ahead and ask question, play you.
Probably a network issue, huh, Moses? Because she's unmuted, but we don't hear her.
Yeah, I think so. That could be the problem.
Lucy, keep trying. In the meantime, we'll see if there are any other comments or questions from our PNG people. And David can feel free also to chime in, David Bakau, at any time. We have a quiet group today.
All founders, you may plan this panel. Please feel free long open up, asking question play you. All right, put your hand in one tab. You look him long right hand side corner play. We got one talk sab more. You press him long up. Now you by asking me long, you answer you press him now by and you one tap. And now you can ask him question later. Or the thing out me long asking question later.
Thanks, Moses. That worked. We have Brenda Urambari. How are you, Brenda? Unmute yourself. Hi, Brenda.
Yeah, hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, our global family. Thank you for joining us as always. We really appreciate your time being with us since the journey of ONPASSIVE. We very much appreciate all of you. My question is directed to our Tech Pro team. Maybe Collins can take my question. I'm actually managing several accounts. And what I decided to do, so it's a security question now, is to have the same password for my founder accounts, the accounts that I'm managing. So please, I need some advice from Collins or one of the Tech Pro guys here. Is it okay for me to do that, or should I have different passwords for different accounts? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Who wants to take that?
I can take it. And if everyone want to add, they can add, for security reason. And because you are managing too many accounts, depend on how best you can keep the password in your head. But the only thing I will say is, like for me, I have one password for all my account, my founder's account, which I can change them anytime I want to change and make them the same. But your email account, email password should be different, especially your email. Your email should not be the same as your email password should not be the same as your old founder password. The reason I'm saying this is because if someone gets hold of that password, guess what? The person can log onto both. The person can go trigger one-time passcode, take that very password, go to that email, log into that email, collect the one-time passcode, come back and authenticate his or herself, get to your wallet and withdraw everything, get out and just jump out. So what I would suggest is keep the two passwords different. The password for the email should be different from the password of the old founder side. I would rather have multiple passwords for all my emails, like email number 1, this password, email number 2, different password, email number 3, different password, and I can just document them and keep them separately. And then my old founder password, I can make it as one. I know if you get hold of that password, you log in, they will send that security code to that email, and the person will not be able to go to that email to grab that one-time passcode. That's the only thing I would suggest. And if at any point in time you realize that that password for your old founder has been compromised, change it. Change it regularly. But for me, I will keep it one because I don't like too many passwords. But I will prefer to secure the password to my email so no one can go in. And then also I would like to secure this, but I'll keep them different. Make sure they are different. They are not the same. I don't know if I have a question.
Brenda, has that answered your question? Let me unmute her. You can speak now, Brenda.
Yeah, thank you, Collins. That pretty much answers my question. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brenda. We go on now to Veronica Wayang, our leader in PNG. Welcome, Veronica.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Good. Network is always an issue where I am right now, but thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Marty, and thank you, Colin. Thank you for your time and sacrifice in upholding and uplifting Team PNG always. Thank you to all our international founders and to our Papua New Guinea founders who have joined in and other founders from other countries who are here as well. Thank you. I don't really have a question, but I have a question, but a comment to make on OSTAF. Collins, you said with OSTAF, we know that there are all these incredible features that OSTAF will have, like such as CCTV, fingerprint, facial recognition, which would be a game changer in HR as we know it right now. Yeah, in PNG, the largest employer in PNG right now is the government with the public service. And we have an issue with those names, double accounts. It's just, it's a real problem. And so our government has a huge bill when it comes to paying the public service. I see OSTAF will be one of those breakthrough and solution for our public service once we get started and ONPASSIVE goes to work, that if we introduce OSTAF to PNG, it would immediately eliminate all the ghost names and we would have a real, actual, factual status quo of what our public service looks like in actual fact. So I am so excited that I can't wait to see OSTAF being introduced to PNG, not just to the public service, but to our private sector as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great comment. All right, now we go to Arnold Lakamanga.
Thank you. I was going to ask this, well, not ask really. I stated this earlier when I had the chance, but I wanted to confirm before I make this statement. When Colin mentioned about OPAL, the thought came to me because I have been in seminars where Ash came on and talked about OPAL, but I wasn't too sure what kind of product it was going to be until Colin came out today and said it's going to be a communication tool. And I am fascinated by what Colin said about OPAL, especially the way it will make a change to us here in communication is it's really bad here in the country. We are fine, but in other centers with people who are in the other centers. I found that the back office do not have any information about OPAL or even the ONPASSIVE website. I have been clicking on OPAL to get some features of OPAL, like the other products of ONPASSIVE. You click on, they give you they give you features and they give you some details on the different products. But OPAL doesn't have that. Are we seeing some kind of information on OPAL coming and OPAL in our, well, not in our back office, sorry, in the ONPASSIVE website?
Yes, I think, though you were just coming in and out, remember the website, the ONPASSIVE website, as said, they will revamp it. There are a lot of products that are not even there. OPAL was there before, then they take it out. But now, besides, before I told us last time that even the site, they will revamp it. Even some of the functionalities that are on the onpassive.com, I said some of them are obsolete. I remember a webinar, I said some of them because some of them now have more disruptive functionalities. Some of them have really changed a lot. So at times when we're using that to educate, yes, it's good to educate, but I'm really a little bit careful to say they have this, because things have really moved on tremendously, which we don't want to put our finger onto the final product. And the only thing we know, and I would say, I know Mr. Alpha always talk about disruptive functionalities. What they are now is so crazy. But if you think about OPAL, you think about how we use WhatsApp, how we use Skype, most of those communication tools or the communication applications, like we're talking about this thing now, Telegram. Telegram is not even good. So put all of those things together. OPAL is more disruptive more than them. And remember, like why I mentioned PNG and Africa, while OPAL will be good because of our network. You know, the way we communicate, like you sometimes you're calling someone and it's breaking, but we know that is the cheapest way of communicating with our friends, families. But what will happen with OPAL? We have all virtual. So the moment you are in ONPASSIVE ecosystem, because of our internal communication and internal we call it internet we have, you know, it's very, very powerful. And then we're talking about the laser technology and all of those things. It will boost you up. So if you have 1G, it will boost you up to 4 or 5. So you will not have that break line, or when you're struggling to call and the person is talking, you can't even listen. So the moment you're in ONPASSIVE ecosystem, it gives you the more how they call it, strength of your bandwidth for you to be able to communicate effectively. I think that's a really game changer for everybody who want to use most of these tools we have, especially OPAL. And that's why I mentioned, I said it will be a game changer because of our poor network. So it will always boost you up, bring you to full bandwidth where you can communicate without even blinking.
Okay,
Thank you.
Lynn, maybe I could interpret that. So,
Yes, go ahead, please do.
okay, question belum ni asking because tayo go on ONPASSIVE website, you click on OPAL by not samplekan support information you come up on it OPAL. Calling to some is la ONPASSIVE website now all working before it. Now all no putting information you go inside now I'm stop or some all no changing anything yet. I got time by all go inside now all by changing ONPASSIVE website. So by OPAL by current or really information like learning now sabe long one of something in OPAL there is. And go on I am talk more to some and through some OPAL by on the product by changing communications from the partner. OPAL by work on time all virtual people only been talk to us and by power them up speed flow internet. So then all virtually kick in one time OPAL by improving communications from the plan, increasing bandwidth now. For communications by ghost thread now can person now we will find heavy long communicate one time each other and by being communicate. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we go on to Vavine. Vavine, you can unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. I don't have a question, but I would like to make a comment or a statement. So I believe in Papua New Guinea, there's almost over or even up to 10,000 founders. So it's a bit of a worry because when I think about it, like most of us are in the remote areas of Papua New Guinea. And almost every one of us, probably about less than 5% have phones, have technology, have access to this and that, and we're able to access everything online. But maybe the 90% of us are not able to do that, don't have that opportunity as well. But through our leaders and our most of our people who have these things have enrolled us. So for that reason, we're almost up to 10,000 founders. But when the time comes, when the apples start rolling in, we will have this major problem of trying to access our monies. So I would really like to make this suggestion that if we are able to if we have more than, let's say for my team, I have at least about 10 people. So and these 10 people are in Wopo. They have no clue what's going on. And I have their accounts. And what I will be doing for them is that I will sacrifice their monies when we start receiving the monies. I will say no one's going to collect their monies until the first thing to purchase would be to have access to the maybe a laptop, or phone, a smartphone, or even a desktop. So this is something that's going to enable them to be able to look on their phones, access anything that they would like to have a look. And we will also have training on those with those people. We'll speak probably in our own languages to show them how to use the phones or iPads, maybe iPads for the elderly people, because everybody will want to know how to access their monies. And if some of the physical products that ONPASSIVE will be providing maybe iPads or smartphones, they'll be the best, because we can purchase from our own products and show our people how to use them. And I'd be more than happy, I would be more than happy to show all our people who are illiterate to at least press a few buttons on their phone and see what their money is and access it. And probably that's probably my worry at the back of my mind when I think of my people, how they will be able to see their monies instead of having to look for people. Hey, look, I want to use your phone. I want to access this, this, and this. And we don't want that. So there's over 10,000 people, close to 90% are from Whoop, and they don't no idea about these things. So that's what I wanted to say. If we can be able to sacrifice maybe the first month even, or the second month, enough to purchase their smartphones for them and school them, teach them how to use the phones and to access where to go, what to press, where to see their monies and what to pay and how to do it to get the monies into their banks eventually. So yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you. I would like to give David an opportunity to respond. I see his hand just raised, and I believe he's responding to your question. Go ahead, David.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Wavine. I think that question is good you raised that question, but I would encourage you to attend our PNG webinar so we could explain all these things. This is in-house thing, so we can be able to address that. Yes, it is a concern. A lot of us have got members in our groups that are illiterate, and we will be able to address that during our PNG webinars, Talk Pisin webinar. So if you can attend that, then that would be good. But otherwise, thank you for raising that question. I just want to encourage everyone here, especially our Papua New Guineans, just stick your questions to the theme of the meeting, the subject of the meeting this afternoon. It's ONPASSIVE, the internet shakeup. Okay, so I'll just say it in Pidgin just to go over in summary what Collins mentioned earlier. Papua New Guinea, Yumi Harem. This is a topic long now afternoon. ONPASSIVE internet shakeup. Internet shakeup lo tok pisin lo yumi guria ya. You say or some volcano and fire up. Guria and by shake him internet space. Na 20 blow also product ya, one blow also product ya, liquid product, one plus product and big plus product. You look at some you mean okla zoom stuff. You may got one plus product or call him connect. Time this la product can come inside and by shake him internet and by guria, one plus guria but all film inside the internet space. So liquid business you may okla talk long me like talk some you stop inside this la business ONPASSIVE. You come up with someone founder, you want to privilege man or Mary, you stop inside this business. Now you know not sawe, all money no sawe lo you. Company and by advertising or brand him or market him name lo you. You by make him or some mati talk long time. You know not make him this plus something. Company by make him lo you. Name lo you and by go place clear Olgata man lo. Papua New Guinea, Olgata man lo place ground. Olgata hap lo this la ground. All by Sawelo name to you because you founder na you founder belong ONPASSIVE na company and brand him name to you na all got the products belong ONPASSIVE stop inside long store blow you, online space blow you. So time all come inside, now all buy this la product, all buy through long website blow you. So you know na come up with some legally man marry. Now you must ready, send him thinking blow you na. Try long look big plus something. You me this la business you me start long and below now. You know one kind of some this la online business here. Online business I'm not plucking something all gata. Likely call company some Zoom here. Now all come lo online space. Name lo Zoom I'm go para plug the hub because lo this la product long all video conferencing. So now you make stop here. Time all connect them come inside. And by parap na YouTube by parap, YouTube by shake. All got the hub and by shake because this la product, you know, legal product. Plenty company, plenty man Mary, all by come inside lo using this la products. So me like encourage him you me. This la topic long today you me stop long em on passive internet shake up. And by you know long legally something. Time you me launching one product. Even if suppose you me launching one product and by shaking internet or some calling semi talk one product or some mail and by shaking internet space because now you me using Google na Gmail na you using Yahoo na also not pla. That's all time on passive come on now you me start like using mail and by no got this law junk email say come inside long product long ya. Now you me start using Gmail. Plenty of kind of advertisement will not play companies come inside that junk email. Now you like reading email you by start delete him, rouse him all not junk email now waste him time stuff. That's all on passive. No got on pla or junk email back come inside clean play email comes set now all man by making business now not waste him time. So me like encourage him you me lo here lo this afternoon you must ready lo this business on passive and by shaking internet space. Thank you, Lynn. Back to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so now I think we're going to have a last call for comments and questions. All right, we go to Mark Tina in PNG. Good to have you here. Go ahead and
Hello,
speak.
thank you, Lynn, and thank you to everyone. Thank you, leader David, Arnold, Mikan Lupinipla Sampla. And thank you to Mati Degamo for being around and Collins Mana for your time. Really appreciate your time here. Sorry, our language talk pisin is when trying to interpret from English to talk pisin, it's mouthful. So maybe some of the things discussed here, we have the national webinars. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock PNG time, 8 o'clock night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I believe most of the things discussed here can be further elaborated in our own Zoom meetings. So, or else we'll start interpreting things and, you know, some of you might stay till midnight, I don't know. Anyway, I just have a question. The challenges we have here in Papua New Guinea, most of you know, one is network issues. And I think the other one we are facing now is the cost of hosting the Zoom meeting, because we have limitation to 100 participants. Sometimes we want to increase, but we are trying to help ourselves. In Papua New Guinea, I believe each groups in the geographic location of where founders are, it's a challenge to us. So at each location, we are trying to gauge members, the founders, and, you know, getting updates and meetings. Those who are not, you know, into technology and all this, we're trying to get them by. So the leaders are doing the good work. You might come in, go to the back office, to PNG back office. You might see some photos of some meetings going on. So I'm just updating. But the question that I'm trying to ask, it's not a big question, but maybe Collins can answer that. It's something along like I've seen in the metaverse, the virtual reality. Do ONPASSIVE are we, you know, maybe in all connect, or I don't know, something like live. When we go in live meeting, like if I want to show something here in Papua New Guinea, and if we all connect, you can come and be with me, maybe on the ground, on the field, and I can show you, show you around in my village. So instead of you are there in America while I'm walking in the village, and you can see my village walking around with me and chatting with me. Something along that line. That's one. The other thing, I used to use Google Earth. I used to go around, viewing places around the globe. So I hope do ONPASSIVE have something to use with satellite imagery and all this stuff. That's my second question. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who would like to take that? Those two questions.
So Maddie is here. I can take it if Tony is here, and then they can chime in as well. So I think you're talking about Google Map. ONPASSIVE is a different brand of business. If you look at the amount of products we have, I said not everything we will do. If it is important and necessary, because it just depends on the market trend and how Ash sees it. He's a master of the market. He knows what consumer want. And I believe what we have now is what is most needed across the globe. Because when you look at Google, we start to look at, oh, these people have this, can we have it? It means we'll go into every type of business, and that's not the way Ash look at things. Ash look at most of those products and said, okay, we can have this because this is really what the market wants. For instance, like when you talk about you are in your village, you see, I've seen that product, but I don't think Ash really want to go down that, because some people said, oh, can we have something like TikTok? I've been a webinar post said, can we have something like TikTok? Can we have something like this? We can't have everything. We ourselves, Ash is, ONPASSIVE is something different. The way Ash want us to be speaking is, let other business look at us and say they want to have what ONPASSIVE has. People should emulate us, not we trying to follow others. Let the others follow us and say, my goodness, what they have created is massive. Can I do that? I remember when Maddie made a statement when said Elon Musk said he will shoot satellite to the space and he will land on a ship in water or in the. A lot of people said this man was crazy. This man is really crazy, but he did it. We are different breed. ONPASSIVE is so different. So we cannot go along with the flow. We are going our own way and let others follow us, because what we have now is so disruptive. One of our products will shake up the world. Remember, our CEO said 2 products out there, all the founders should resign. They said, no, stay, because 2 products can change our lives. So these are the things that I don't want us to think about different companies. They have this, because what we have now will make businesses and even our own life much more easier. So I just want to throw that in. I don't know if I answer your question.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you.
I want to add a little bit to that. Ash said to me a few days ago, he said, in the last 4 years, I get in a meeting with different countries, lawyers, bankers, whatever. I mean, just everybody you could imagine. And I tell them what I want. How many of those meetings do you think they said the first time, oh, no problem? 0. What they said to us is it's impossible. What you want to build cannot be done. And it's almost done. That's the difference between him and most people. If you look in history, Elon Musk, which Collins was talking about, he said, I want to save money. I want to send a rocket into space. And we lose so much money from the booster rockets because we ruin them. They fall in the ocean, they blow up, they're worthless. He said, I want to land the booster rockets back on Earth. The people across the table, what did they say? Well, what they said to his face was, well, that can't be done. What they said under the breath was, this guy's crazy. You can't freaking do that. And then they asked them, where are you going to land it at? If there's a problem, it could kill people. He said, I'm going to land it on a ship in the ocean while the waves are going up and down. Now trust me, I wasn't in that room, but I guarantee people went, this guy's cuckoo, man. This guy's out of his mind. Every rocket he sends up, the booster rocket lands right back on the pad. He can land it on a dime on a moving ship. Edison was told 100 and some years ago, I want to make something that creates light. And it lasts a long time and it doesn't consume itself. It'll stay bright, but it won't eat itself up. You put a log in the fire, it burns up to nothing. Any kind of metal burns up to nothing. They told him, you're an idiot. That can't be done. And he found what we call tungsten, is what I believe what he first found. And you could light it up and it would not disintegrate. And he put it in a vacuum of a bulb. And it was bright and it lasted and lasted and lasted. And if you look now, bulbs last, what, 5 years, maybe more. So those few people are who changed the world. They absolutely changed the world. Mr. Mufara, believe it or not, is one of those people. And when he looks at stuff like your idea about Google Maps or whatever, like Colin said, what he does goes, if it's in demand and I feel it's needed, we'll make it, and we'll make it better than anyone else. But like TikTok and all these kind of nonsense stuff, he's not going to venture into that. But if there's an idea, trust me, he'll be getting ideas from founders. In fact, he already has. I've sent in a couple ideas from founders, not me, and he liked them. And they're checking it out. So, but he's going to flip this world upside down. He said, no joke. If you go to outer space and you look at the planet 5 years from now, it will look different. And different means better, greener. That's what he's working on. So, yeah, I mean, is it possible? In Ash's mind it is, in Elon Musk's mind it is, in Edison's mind it was. All these people that saw, listen, Steve Jobs, I don't think he invented anything, but his mind believed it could be. And he would get a team of people around the room and said, I want to make a phone that takes away the TomTom, the thing that tells you how to drive. I want it in the phone. I want a computer in the phone. I want you to be able to do banking in the phone. And I want to take over the 35mm camera. On the other side of the table, that can't be done. You wouldn't be able to hold it. It would be too big. Then I'll find somebody that can. Because if I can think it, that means it can be done. If I can think it, it means it's possible. That's Mr. Mufara. So we're in good hands. And there'll be things changing. Remember, 5,400,000 people online right now. It's a little over half. Technology will bring on more. And that technology will be someone like Ash Mufara, my opinion. He's going to make it available for everyone. Because what did he say? Value first. I was doing some research with the OTech Pro guys. Industry is now talking like this. Capitalism is old. We have to switch to going after talent. We have to look at people. We have to look at what consumers want. If they want to know those answers, there's a guy named Ash Mufara who lives in Orlando, Florida, because he's already doing it. These companies have to change their mind. They have to change the way they think. Ash Mufara is already doing it. They'll be going to schools in the future, learning how to build a business on passive style through Ash Mufara. Trust me, because he looked at value, he looked at customer first, and not the money. Because you know how smart he is. You see, you take all the ingredients of ONPASSIVE, focus on value first, heart, give people honest for what they pay for. Value is second to none. What does it equal? It equals money. He just doesn't have to say it. It's coming. The answer to ONPASSIVE is money too. But he doesn't want to focus on that. When Ash does something, he doesn't say, what is that going to cost? He says, what do we need to do to get it done? Yeah, but I don't know. I'll find somebody that can. So it's a big deal. We're very, very fortunate. I probably didn't answer your question, but I just wanted to add to what Collins was saying. That's all.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate. Sorry, Lynn. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you said. I know it's been coming out from my head, so. But thank you very much. Take your answers. I'm satisfied.
You're quite
Thank you.
welcome. Yeah, you really got a big answer to that question of yours, didn't you?
Yeah.
At this time, we would like to allow some time for some interpreting and also time for, I think we should do the interpretation before we have Tony speak, because it's a lot for the interpreter to say, you know? So Tony, if you don't mind, we'll have the interpreter go first, and then we'll have Tony speak. All right, so who's going to interpret? Is it Arnold, or are we having Moses or David? Or a couple of you can take it if you need.
Maybe I'll just do a quick summary.
Yeah, the summary would be great.
Colin and Artie said. Mark been asking long, or some of the products were currently only stuff online. Now all months are using. And through my asking also. ONPASSIVE got some all kind products all working now or not that now. What Colin Mati talk about them. You know, all the product where now people are looking online by ONPASSIVE got. Some product also already make example was in TikTok was in amino and product was amino was in product were ONPASSIVE and keen to mass long PNM now working. Now all products were ONPASSIVE working, all not like PNM all products currently online, or like all are working completely different something where more destructive than whatever people got is stuff long online. So want something and not something and ONPASSIVE got. And by changing all not product stuff, no got all got on rights long, all can run ONPASSIVE got product long running, but it's more any big plan is strong plan long all. Martin go ahead now took a plan something, but we not catch in the or me hurry, but doesn't kissing talk long interpreting good. But M2M again calling I am talk them. And fitting as Muvara I'm the working more product where a big plus straight long the world. And give me example long where Elon Musk or working rocket now he bring come down long ship. Plenty man only thing or same. Also something where Elon Musk he took to working and impossible working. Bring come on ONPASSIVE and same or same. Plenty something and as he thinking now working on ONPASSIVE and plenty man all things same hard working and impossible working. But as you go ahead and working all products where all man things same hard working. And been called history and I'm talking on Thomas Edison man go past the working light. Time I'm talking working light now all man harem. All things same and impossible. How about you working light? I'm Santa solve a game light. But now you are looking black or light. So kind of impossible something where all man things on and are working. As you can think working, they're working. And also, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we go on to let's see if Tony wants to speak at this time. Please, Tony, can you take the floor?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, the music in the background isn't bad, is it?
Not bad at all.
Okay, that's great. Hello, everyone. Nice to see everybody. Papua New Guinea, it's great to be here again. I've been here, you know, right from the beginning 2.5 years ago when Marty brought me here for the first time. That's when the internet shakeup started. Started right in Papua New Guinea. You people are amazing. Hi, Joanna. Nice to see you. Joanna Kitika and David. Great to see you, my brother. You know, we're talking about, Collins has said so much today and he answered so many questions. I kind of felt bad for him. The poor guy was on his own, but he was doing a great job on his own. I didn't have to intervene. And then Marty actually intervened and said a few things, which is great. Marty's always inspiring. You know, I'd like to say that we have, and Ash has said this before, we have a customer base of 5 billion people. Let me give you an example of what 5 billion is. It takes 244 years to count to 5 billion. Okay. You know, Collins was talking about OSTAF earlier today. I did a research on Google yesterday. And there are 1.9 billion with a B people on a monthly basis looking for a human resources platform. Okay, and that's just one product that we have, which is OSTAF. So just think of how massive this is. This is absolutely, absolutely huge. We are on the leading edge of a humongous, gigantic IT company. We are the pioneers. All of us are here, every one of us here, including Papua New Guinea. We're all pioneers of this company. And to answer Vivine's answer earlier today when she was saying that the Papua New Guinea people, many of them don't have phones, don't have computers. When the apples start coming in, when we do our KYC, okay, and we activate our accounts, when the apples start coming in, there's going to be enough apples to buy brand new computers and laptops and all of these things that you need, right? Then there's also going to be money enough to build a building where you can bring all the Papua New Guinea people that are not educated in using these computers and teach them how to use it. There's a lot of opportunity here with ONPASSIVE. There's a tremendous opportunity. ONPASSIVE is huge. Ash hired OT professionals, okay, technical professionals in Hyderabad, India. He hired them to be creative, to have creative minds, okay, to create new things that have never been created before going into the future. Okay, 300 years ago, if you told somebody that there were going to be a bunch of people eating in a metal container 30,000 feet in the air, flying like a bird, you know what would happen to you? You'd probably you'd be burnt at the stake, right? People would persecute you, right? But I mean, we are in a great place. We are the pioneers of this company. We're in good hands. Don't worry. Ash has said before, and I'll say what he said before. He's not going to leave anybody behind. No founders are going to be left behind. Okay, so take that to heart and realize that you are in good hands. It's great to be back to Papua New Guinea. Thank you so much for having me on again. I love you guys. Take care. Back to you, Lynn. Thank you.
That's beautiful, inspiring, and very reassuring. Who would like to interpret for Tony, please?
Thank you. Thank you,
David.
Tony. Thank you, Tony, for that. Yes, the people listening with me are very happy with what you're saying with the statement that Ash is not going to leave anybody behind. All founders will be brought along together and everybody will succeed. Yeah, I'll just translate that and try and summarize what Tony has said. Thank you, brother Tony. Okay, Tony, I'm Tony, I'm number one time Mati kisimem kam long Papua New Guinea webinar, and now I'm not say losing Papua New Guinea. Over time, Tony and say come and brother Blomipla and say stop on Tamipla over time, helping me long, sharing all talk inside long webinar blo Yumi. Okay, Emito Gosem ONPASSIVE Yumi awesome founder, Yumi stop lo good place. Yumi stop lo one place where no got one pla man me stop inside or some company partner or shareholder me stop long and one time narplo company Yumi stop lo one pla company where Ash me thinking me creating this la company me by helping Yumi all gata. All right, big plus something talk. You must clear lo this la marketplace. marketplace Yumi stop long 5 billion man Mary. 5 billion or company man Mary also working business online. Long reach him this number 5 billion and by you kisim osem 200 na 44 years. 200 4 plus 10 na 4 year. Long kande mi go enough for 5 billion. So you think ima amino liquid market and big pla market. So you know me time you me stop lo this na time ONPASSIVE me launch. Me to pla by looking this all you me talk you are na talk plus lo me long money and you me talk wow sambla and more talk yabab kan talk plus you me say call him money so time this la money and me come awesome answer him question lo vavine and by me got time long buy more good la laptop good la phone long help him you me long go inside long access him internet awesome na you na me to plus stop lo good la place straight inside plus la company so encouragement lo Tony emi kamosem tokosem you no can worry as time I'm creating business I'm meeting him you me all got that and I'm creating okay me like touch him ken long little up lo where Mati emi explain him long answer him question long mark sample or something where you me know sawa yet all engineer blo you me long Hyderabad SME hire more long creative or sample product ino stop yet lo marketplace but SME hire more engineer long thinking go pass look go pass na thinking one more product by behind by market or all man by need him now all can start lo working all can start lo working more small product or some na sample all ideas all panda blame been giving lo mati na I'm giving finish long ash na ash talk most talk one something you can think him time one thinking him come solo thinking blue ash talk what you can think you can make we can create so impossible lo you know me one something you me think him as by giving lo online lo engineer now by time lo make him come up so plenty blows lo something you me look him now you me so SME kisim all number one all engineer in long world now the staff now the 7 man la work long internet or IT now work long creating or kind all different product so and that's all me scaling one time you me long talk fishing suppose you got sample more ask him you can ask him and me look him and Brenda him got up. Thank you Lynn, back to you.
Thank you so much. All right, so I see we have a final hand for tonight, and that is from Brenda Urambari. You can unmute yourself and speak. Hi, Brenda.
Hi. My question is regarding, yes, my question is regarding OMail. Is there a plan where our emails like from Gmail and Yahoo and Hotmail, whatever, to be integrated or somehow to OMail system?
Wants to take that?
Let me take it. I think Tony will come in. Maddie is there. So when you talk about integrated, do you mean the ONPASSIVE, the email you use for ONPASSIVE?
Yes, the ONPASSIVE, the email that we are using now to register as founders in ONPASSIVE. Is there a plan for future that that email be like now we have our own product that is OMail?
Yeah.
When we're going to launching of OMail, is there a plan for those emails to be integrated to OMail, and then we won't be using like Yahoo or Gmail anymore?
For now, I don't think so, because not understand your email is a unique identifier, and that email, if you look at the email, the OMail you have in your back office, there is a connection between that email and your OMail. So that is a unique identifier. But yes, if they launch OMail, you can create OMail account and start to use them as additional email. Like me, I have Yahoo, I have Gmail, I have Yahoo, Gmail, and Outlook, because some of them are company's email. So I'm just using them because of the company I work for. But now we have OMail as our OMail, like we have ONPASSIVE as our company, right? Our company has to provide us a mailing system, which is OMail. But out of OMail, you have different emails you can use, because remember, when you want to come into ONPASSIVE, you have to create an email which is a unique ID for you to get into ONPASSIVE. Yeah, but to change that, it would depend on Ash. If Ash feel like, okay, you have OMail and you want to change your OMail to your to the OMail, like the way sometimes when you have a blockade, people lost their email and they cannot get access, and they said, okay, I want to use OMail now as my mailing system. That would depend on Ash. But remember, I said something last time that to push it, it's like you want people to tie down onto ONPASSIVE, and this is also something to do with legality. Remember, it's something to do with legality, like you are forcing people to be in that business. If not, you will go out. That is something that Ash don't want to play on, or Ash don't really want to go down that road, because a lot of companies, they will do it and tie you down because they feel like, okay, this is a place for me to hold you. You are either using my product or not. But again, I don't think you can use OMail, create a lot of OMail, but I don't think Ash can say, okay, you change this to this, that to that. It will depend on your own discretion. And if Ash feel like, okay, I'm happy to change it for you because you've decided to change, fine. And Ash can say, you know what, I'm not changing that, but you can create OMail and use it. Because I will use OMail. That's for a fact, I will use OMail because I love OMail. I don't know if
Sorry, Collins, are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to re-emphasize what Collins is saying here, just to add a little bit. Very well stated, Collins, by the way. OMail is completely different from the email that you're using now to log into ONPASSIVE. When you log into ONPASSIVE at the email that you have now, the one-time code is sent to that email. It can't be sent to OMail because you still got to log into ONPASSIVE. You see what I'm saying? So they're two separate emails. So you will be able to use OMail inside ONPASSIVE and be able to communicate with anybody in any emails. You can send an email from OMail to Gmail, to any Gmail account or Yahoo account or any other email platform. Also, remember, we're going to be our own world. ONPASSIVE is going to be its own world, just like Facebook, okay, but much on a larger scale. And this OMail that we have, we're going to be able to communicate with many, many, many people in the platform. Okay, it'll be its own world. So whoever you want to communicate with, you'll be able to communicate with OMail or whatever mail service we come up with in the future, if Ash comes up with a different one. But right now, OMail is used within inside our platform, but you can still communicate with people outside the platform with that OMail. Right? And then when people are also sending messages back to you, back to your OMail account, you'll be able to receive that as well. I've tested it and it works just fine. So I just thought I'd emphasize that. Hopefully I was helpful. Thank you. Back to you, Lynn. Thanks.
Can someone interpret Tony's response, please? Summarize would be fine.
Okay, Lynn, can I come in on that?
Yes, please do, Moses. Thank you.
Yes, all right. Ask him, Brenda. I'm to ask him long. Suppose behind time, suppose you meet you think long. Sanisim this la email blue you've been registering pinis longan one time ONPASSIVE. Time you've been creating day one you create email address blue you've been registered one time Gmail or you register along Yahoo or whatever. Now you've been registered along ONPASSIVE. And me asking suppose any possible long by right long company but can send him go long time OMail blue me release come out na you miss use him by I mean up long company send him all right this la email address blue me go long OMail. All right, I'm asking long Brenda. All right, Colin been answering this name to us. All right, Bosman as Mufara, yet by Sekali mo de emi alright long emi can send sim onogat em decision emi sab long bosman es alright em bawa decision na disla. But you miss happen system long day one em bosman es mo koram to wasem one email address you use him longan disla em by sab wasem mark where company by look sawala you longan em identity by you. Alright. Disla ba em by na long senis em by sab permanent but long senisim this long as mo para by working this na isla we not clear what possible long senisim onogat by working this na isla. All right, Tony come out na mi talken long explain him adim ken one tap long something calling to longan emi to kasem time omela mi come out longan. All right, why yosem company ONPASSIVE asking you long you may register email address na ba you may use him this like email address longan and because time omela may release come out yes you may by use him now tete you mo use him longan access code na one more information you may kiss him longan and may come through long now current email you may register longan whether you register long Gmail or Yahoo that's how access code by you kiss him through this la long kisim access code ken long email long go back long ONPASSIVE lo salim access code come through or email come through long email na you I think by this lab I'm long possible that's what Tony ami talked along so that's why bossman talked along email you can use him long communicate or salim email go come long working on up la work you long communicate or working from the business you can use email you long working this but long kisim access code you long go inside the kisim access code you communicate one time and by you must use him like email where you create finish let me start finish longan you register finish and need longan and this email address by you use long go in log in kisim access code you long on test so maybe this let me clear him question by you Brenda. All right, thank you, Len. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Moses. All right, I think we've gone through our comments
Lynn.
and questions. Oh, yes?
Lynn, I'll just come in and just elaborate on that with what Tony shared.
Sure.
RM long said long email. Now yet email and you can communicate or you can sell him email using email below you inside the ONPASSIVE system. Go outside long or Narpla or some Google or Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook this like kind. Now you can start using me using too. Me using email below me long email or salim message go out long all Narpla line. Now me start long communicate using email below me. Now me receiving reply come long all Narpla all email system. Okay, Tony talk long importantly you me Tony na Collins to talk now yet this la email where you may register long ONPASSIVE using Gmail or using Outlook and this la email system me recognize him account below you account below you connect him you so bien or some Brenda ask him long bien like lo s suppose talk lo you me change him and by talk sorry no okay you may all can change him but now yet not up this la email below you current email blue bridge below you long this la account blue you inside long ONPASSIVE environment you must have long so this la stop you got time SME thinking long now by talk so lo answer him question long Brenda. Lynn, I have a question from Lucy. She was trying to ask that question earlier on. She said, if there is no network connection in remote areas, will OPAL product be of help? I'll leave that question to either Collins or Tony or Marty. One of them can answer, and then I can translate.
Collins is the master at this one.
Yeah, so if there's no network connection, honestly, you will not be able to connect to OME. Remember, they are all web applications and you need internet connectivity. The only good news is if you have the slightest internet connection, you know, and you get into ONPASSIVE, any of the ONPASSIVE products, your network will be boosted up. But if there is zero internet, zero, it's just like you go to a bank and you said you want internet banking, but you don't have internet in your house. How can you connect to the internet banking? It's different. So to have the product is one, but you must ensure that you have at least internet connection, even the slightest, so it will help you when you struggle to log into any of the products, then it will boost your internet space, so you'll be able to work freely.
I just want to add to that, Lynn, if I could. Remember, Ash is a very smart man, and he already knows that Papua New Guinea is struggling with internet connection. Okay, he's known that for quite a while. I would not be surprised if he already has something in plan. Okay, because he loves Papua New Guinea. He really loves you people, and he wants to make sure that you're going to have the accessibilities like everyone else does around the world. So just remember that. I want you guys to remember that and know that you're in good hands. And like my brother Oliver always says, everything is fine. It'll be just fine. Okay. Thank you. Back to you, Lynn. Thanks.
That's very reassuring. Thank you, Tony. Back to you, David Bakau.
Okay, thank you, Collins, and thank you, Tony. Yes, Lucy, long baking question belayu. Okay, suppose Collins amito internet awesome. Suppose you got one plus click network awesome. You pick him up that's all. And now you come inside long ONPASSIVE product. Time you use one play ONPASSIVE product and by increasing and by boosting this internet connectivity below you. And now by go on top. Awesome. Suppose you mean speed inside long internet speed inside long country. Example, awesome. Me give me example. You mean inside long country, you may got awesome 1 gig per second speed up. Okay, 1 gig. Suppose you come hook up inside long ONPASSIVE product now, and this boosting speed instead of 1 gig per second, and by increasing go 100 gigs per second, kind of same. Speed by increasing now, so you can connect good long all product now. You can work in awesome business by you. Awesome. Suppose you like all of bank now, bank, and by asking you like working online banking. Now, bank by asking you got internet connection or not? Suppose you not got internet connection and by hardware you work in internet banking, but you must get click connectivity. At least click. I mean, kiss him now. Now you use him on ONPASSIVE product now, kind of some Opal, and by boosting this speed long internet now connectivity blue by come up good. So this answer can question you Lucy. And good luck question. Lucy you ask him. So plenty blue me around Papua New Guinea and this last answer income, so you can understand him this last. Thank you. Back to you, Lynn.
Thank you, David. I think we're going to end now. I'm going to give the my thank you list. But before I do, I wanted to give you, David, a chance to say any final words, if you have any.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. And thank you. I just want to pass my appreciation to Collins Mana. Thank you for taking up this time. And though your other brothers, Bob and Oliver and Vincent are not here, but I know they are here with us in their spirit. They are also morally, they are supporting us. And thank you, Collins, for taking up this time. It is a very interesting topic. Yes. We now know that ONPASSIVE, when it launches, it's going to shake up the whole internet. So Charles Osong says it's going to cause an internet quake. So we know earthquake, but it's going to be an internet quake. So thank you very much. Yes. So everyone in Papua New Guinea, across the length and breadth of PNG, we want to appreciate you all. And thank you, our international family. Thank you for turning up. Thank you, my brother Marty. Igamo for connecting us to the live in YouTube and Facebook across the globe. Thank you for broadcasting this. And thank you, Lynn, for hosting this and assisting me to coordinate this Zoom with us. And once again, I'd like to wish you all a very, very pleasant evening, morning, and afternoon.
Thank you, David. You covered most of my thank you list. Just a couple more to add would be Tony, who backed up Collins. It was perfect to have Tony here. Thank you, Tony Monk. Thank you to John Barilla, who is our chat monitor. Done a lot. The chat went really well tonight. Great activity and lots of respect in the chat. Thank you. Oh, I want to thank Myra Aquino. She creates the promotional graphics and the Zoom background that we enjoy every week. So she tries to change it up. She said, oh, I don't want the people to get bored of the Zoom background. So she really takes the time to create new backgrounds for us regularly. Thank you so much, Myra, for having a heart for us. I want to thank the people that helped to promote this webinar. You know, they work behind the scenes. Maybe it's not evident, but they do a lot. They share this webinar with their friends and family. They go to Facebook, maybe to WhatsApp or to Telegram, etc. And they post or they make comments on other people's posts that are promoting Papua New Guinea webinar. So thank you very much, because that's really a big help. It really is. Thank you for doing it, even if you're not in the limelight. It means a lot that you help us. And I want to thank Moses, Arnold, and David, who interpreted tonight. That's a big job and a very important one, so that everyone will understand what's going on. Thank you to David for hosting this webinar. We appreciate you for doing that. And thank you most of all to our attendees. We have a large international community that comes here week after week. You'll see familiar faces. And although they do not speak during the webinar, believe you me, they are paying attention to what is being said, and they have a heart for everyone here. So I appreciate and love all of our international community as well. At this time, what we're going to do is we're going to unmute everybody.
Lynn,
and
Lynn,
everyone
I just
can
have
say,
to interrupt. Let me interrupt I know you hate me interrupting, but you always, listen, everybody, Lynn is always thanking everybody. The only person that she never thanks, of course, is herself. So let's put our hands together for the great job that she does hosting these webinars. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you so much for the acknowledgement. It's really, really a joy for me to be here. I truly, really, really love coming, you know. I just steal a little nap before I come in. I'm good to go. Like many of us here, we take a little nappy poo to help us stay awake and be alert. So, okay, right now we're going to do a unmute of everybody, and we can say bye-bye until next Sunday. We'll see you again for another great PNG webinar.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Stay in PNG. Good night. Actually,
Thank you, Lynn.
morning.
See ya.
God bless you, vlog kita.
Bye-bye.
Kita Papua New
Bye.
Guinea.
Nanda, Australia.
Thank you, William. Masin.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. Take it easy,
Sien.
everybody. Bye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Dr. Benny. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Good night, Dr. Benny.
See ya.
Good night,
Goodbye.
Dr. Benny.
Bye.
Everyone.
All right.
Bye bye, everyone.
Joanna. Don Barilla. Don Barilla.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Sylvia.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night, everyone. Oh,
Bye-bye.
good night.
See you later. Now.
Jean.
Yes.
Jean.
Thank you, Lynn.
Okay. Okay.
Good night,
Okay.
Love you all.
Good night, Sylvia.
Bye. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good
Good
night.
afternoon from Papua New Guinea.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you,
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Good night.
Sunday.